Welcome to Casey Builds It. Today we have a tool to create checklist. Now this is a DIY mod safety checklist generator. So essentially you're going to put in the job that you're going to be doing and it's going to generate a checklist and then generate some information on B-roll shots for your YouTube videos. So this will just streamline everything for you. And what you could also then do, if you have a website, you could post this checklist on this website in the blog post with the video, or you could just create a link on your YouTube video, store this checklist in Google storage, and then they can download it and look at it whenever they want. But first, I built this in Cursor. So I went over to Cursor, and if you've never used it, just go ahead and open up a new window, and you're going to see something like this. There is a checkbox up over here, and then you're going to get this chat box right here. Pretty simple. Now, there's probably lots of other cool and easier ways to use Cursor, but this is just what I do, and anybody can follow along and do exactly what I do. So I am no genius, but I have been in the tech/internet industry for way too long, over 10 years, building websites and doing SEO. So some of this is kind of relevant to what I do. But anyways, right here, I just typed in what I wanted it to build. It built me the tool, and then I just went back and told it to basically add new folders, make the structure a little bit better, and that was it. And then I went ahead and built a standalone exe file so you guys can download this on your computer without installing any other Python coding. So you do not need Python to run this program. But this took probably about 10 minutes to complete, and it worked right away. So right here is the tool. And what I'm going to do is I just created an example on Cursor. So let me just break down the page here. And let me just follow along with this example so you can see what it can do. Let me scroll back up here. All right, so a couple examples. For our mod or category, we will pick power strip / mount hack. Now, if you guys were building any of these out, you could add in any type of categories that you wanted and just kind of change everything to what fits your needs. But here we go. So we have a project. Let me fix that real quick. All right, so we have the project / video title. So I'm just going to copy that guy over here, and then this will be for the folder also. And then we have, let's go beginner. So skill framing on camera, we have beginner. I'm just going to keep my name right here as Casey Builds It. And the audience intent, what does it give me here? Subscribers who build along. All right, perfect. And we got a few extra notes that we're going to put in here. And these notes say screw bracket understanding desk, strip related 15 amp, laptop plus monitor plus lamp on one strip, and chair wheels near corded path. From there, I'm going to generate checklist pack. And now I can export this out to the project folder. So let me do that here. So then we can see this a little bit better. Perfect. So let me go ahead and pull that up. Got to find my folder. All right. So we got projects, and this is the folder right here. So we have descriptions. What do we have? YouTube descriptions. Let's see what it came up with. Anything? So we have the title. We So we have a underdesk power bar mount, no JZ chain, DIY mod safety pack. And then we have a little description that you could use right there. Now I could take this tool one step further, and if you were going to use this exact information, we could put a prompt in and then use AI to generate all of your descriptions, any of your short descriptions, etc. But we don't have this in here right now. But let's just go over here to our PDF, and not sure what the difference is at the moment, but here we go. We have DIY mod safety checklist generator, and it's going to tell us what we're doing, and it has the date, etc. And there's our notes that we put in here. So we got screw bracket, standing desk, etc., etc. Safety list. So it says on screen, like a beginner tip, if any steps feel unclear, stop and get help. State your skill level and that viewers should not exceed theirs. Show any PPE on camera before the first cut, first wire, etc. Keep a fire extinguisher in hand. But it just kind of goes through and lays out the checklist that you should be following when creating these videos. Now, you could, like I said, mentioned earlier, you could take some of this information and create your actual like checklist and post on your site or with the video that people could follow along with your video, which makes it, really helpful and gives them some more information. But it just goes step by step, all the things you should cover. And then you have a disclaimer right here, which you could use. And then you got your B-roll shot information. And these are just all really good tips that you could follow. Now let's go through and create a different one, and let's see what we come up with. All right, so for the next one, we got a PC case. So we are going to be doing a transparent acrylic side panel cut. All right, and we're saying we are intermediate at our camera cuts here. And we got a general DIY audience. And our tools, we have a Dremel cut on acrylic, 3080 clearance. It's going to be tight, first boot with panel off. So let's generate that list here. And let's see if there's any difference in here. So let me export to project folder. Let me go back to the project folder. The top information looks exactly the same, just with the text changed. And then here, this is still going to be similar, but we just go through the checklist. And like this one's a little bit different, obviously, because we're doing some different things here. But we got mark cut lines twice, measure clearance for the GPU, radiator, and cables. And now, of course, we always want to make sure we follow local code in any landlord rules when relevant. Now, you could, of course, change a prompt in here to maybe make these more specific to the actual title. So maybe there are a few other things that because you are the expert in here, that you would want to include in a checklist. So you could just change the prompt when you're putting these things in. But then we even have here, never run a PC on carpet with open side panels or loose screws nearby. With first boot with side panels off, watch for smoke, odd smells, or fan failures. And then we got some little B-roll down here. Wide establishing shot of the full workspace and tools. Close-up of the PPE being put on, glasses, gloves, any hearing protection. What else? Like a slow cut or score with PPE visible. They always want to make sure you guys are showing that you have the proper protection on when you're doing any um, cuts or anything to that nature. And then we have like cable routing pass showing no pinch on a 24 pin PCIe. So there you go. This is just a little tool that you will find on the website. So if you go to caseybuildsit.com and you check the files, you will find this under the blog post right here. If you would click more, scroll down, it's going to say get the tool, and you can go ahead and download it. Or you can go over to click the files, or sorry, over to free tools, and you will find the tool right here. Just go ahead and download that. It will download in an exe. Like I said, you do not need to download anything else, but you will open up the tool. It will look like this, and then you can play around with it. Now, if you want to make any additional changes, just tell Cursor, what you're trying to do, and then you can generate some new prompts. You can hook up any AI endpoints and basically create whatever the heck you want. So if you want to make your life easier, use Cursor. Start thinking about how you can improve or speed up your jobs or video creation, whatever it might be. If you guys have any ideas for any new tools, let me know and I'll see what I can do.